Trish, what's going on?
Girl, just over here thriving,
Living your best life.
living my best life. Hey, everybody, welcome to What I Know So Far. I'm Trish Suhr, along with the gorgeous Karen Mills.
Thank you for that, but
You
I don't
beauty.
know.
You won't. I say yes. And if I say it so, it's so, right? So, welcome. We're so tickled you're here. It's been a wild beginning of June, but the girls are here. We're doing it. It's so much going on. I don't even know where to begin. Do you, Kay?
I know it is a lot going on.
A lot going on it's Pride Month,
Yep.
and don't come at me, bro. If you don't love Pride, how are we friends? Because first of all, I can go in the archives. I've been wearing a rainbow top since I was knee-high to a pig's eye. And my mom's a former beauty queen, so I think I check all the boxes of love and pride. But it's Pride Month, and living here in LA, it's just extra fun and joyful, and rainbows and glitter everywhere. That's been exciting, and getting to celebrate so many people and going to so many great shows here in LA, which have been so fun. So fun. Yeah, just a lot of goodness. And I love June. June's also the kickoff to like summer, you know?
Yeah.
It just
Pretty warm here in Tennessee.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard y'all, and I'm coming to Tennessee. By the time y'all hear this, who knows? Maybe we'll put this up tomorrow. World could be our oyster. I am going to do the new season 3 of the Nate Lamb Presents. He does a showcase, which is very sweet that they invited me, and Karen's done it already. I watched yours, by the way. Watched Kay's, and I was like, no, like she just made a face if you're not watching us on YouTube. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. So I watched it because I was like, okay, great. Y'all, I'm not a dirty comic. I'm a clean comic, and I'm proud of being a clean comic because I think you have to be smarter to work clean. And no offense to people that are cussing, but it is. It's a lot of extra lifting that you're asking the audience to do, which I love. I love doing it, right? So I'm not dirty, but right when someone tells you, hey, this is a clean show, meaning the Nate Lamb Presents show is a very clean, which great. I'm thrilled. I've done dry bar. I'm clean anyway. But when I tell stories, I may tell them as my mama or my brother or my uncle, and I'll throw in a damn or a hell because that's how they talk. Y'all know country people. I mean, I swear I don't know one single country person, church going or not, that doesn't go, well, hell. They do. Maybe they might say an HE double hockey sticks, but still, they say it. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like second guessing every single joke I have. So I'm like, do I cuss? Am I cuss? It's
I
that.
did that with dry bar. When I did my dry bar, I did that. And, to a point where it was just like, oh my gosh, this is so silly. But, I was questioning everything.
Me too. Kay, me too. My dry bar set, and again, you're cleaner than me, and that makes me feel good that you're that clean and you felt that way, because I was like, I'm gonna throw up because I kept going, because I know the stories so well because they're real,
Right.
so I don't ever I just think about what my mom said. I don't go, my mom said, well, my God, because that's what she does say. My mom is the queen of oh my law, but I'm like, is oh my law, oh my Lord to them, and am I going to get in trouble? Yeah. So y'all pray for me that I don't get down in front of that sweet group of folks at Nate Land and say an HE double hockey sticks or a damn it or a pissed, because my brother says pissed in one of my stories, and I'm like, please, Trish, don't cuss. It's a real thing. It's a real
Well, I did
thing.
my dragonfly joke on my Nate Land, and
I know, it's so
they
good.
cleared that. So,
Okay. If you haven't heard Karen's Dragonfly joke, I highly suggest you get to any of her social medias and just scroll till you find the Dragonfly joke and laugh your butt off. It's one that the giraffe. I can't actually pick one. I cannot.
Well, the
pick
giraffe I questioned on dry bar. I was afraid, because the joke
drinking?
is, that giraffes only sleep 10 minutes a day. So can't you see a herd giraffe sitting around a bar late night drinking long necks? Going, okay, all right, one more, as long as I get 8 minutes. And then 3 drinks later, like, oh, I can't believe I have to get up in 2 minutes. Okay, that's all it is.
Yeah, it's funny.
But I'm thinking, are they going to not like a drinking joke? Or, I mean, just start second guessing everything.
Yeah, of course.
you
As soon
know.
as I mean, by the way, what brilliant! Just so you all know, if you didn't
It's
catch
absurd.
it, the joke craftsmanship from Karen Mills to say giraffes sitting around drinking long necks, like the wordsmithery that brings me such joy that Karen does. I'm just repeating stories of my crazy family. Karen wordsmiths things that I'm like, that was so good.
You give me too much credit.
Nah, no. I'm telling you right now, I think brilliant. You're like I told her the other day. She reminds. I know you probably haven't watched it yet, but George Carlin's documentary. If y'all haven't watched it, George Carlin's documentary I think it's on HBO Max, and it's called George Carlin. I think it's called The American Dream or His American Dream, something to that effect. And just what a amazing career arc he had. I mean, love or hate his comedy. I loved his comedy because I think he just created his own lane. And he's been gone since I believe 2008, and his clips are probably shared more than any current comic as
And
we
still
speak.
applies.
And
I mean,
still
just
applies.
like it could be today. Yeah.
Yeah, it's timeless. What he's talked about for decades, it shows you how history repeats itself. Not getting political, so hold the phone if you're a negative Nancy. What we're saying is that somebody is an amazing comic, has such a timeless ear and eye. It's and in the special, Chris Rock says, which is really beautiful. Carlin would say to a degree that we're comics. I'm including myself, but not on. I'm not saying I'm George Carlin, but that we as comics are. None of us are. That we're philosophers because we're the modern day philosophers because we're all afforded this gorgeous gift of having a craft where we expand on thinking. Really, if that we're not in the Venusian days where we're going down Venetian alleys and going to galas. We live a very different version of philosophizing, if you will.
Yeah, right.
But I thought powerful. It's what we do, no matter what your background is, and I think that's what's beautiful. There's no class system in place. You can be of any background, culture, any country, anywhere in the world, and say your view. And we are one of the few professions that we write it, we perform it. There's no auto-tune. You can't fake it. You get immediate response from it.
You find out real quick.
Real quick.
Which is actually what I love about it because I love that immediate feedback to know if it's working, if it's not working. I mean, if I had to wait 2 weeks to find out if that was good or not, then I could never fix it.
I think about that in movies, right? When you see a movie and they're shooting something and some writers probably worked for years to write that screenplay and the actors are in place and they're delivering it and you may giggle on the set, but you might go see it in a movie and then everybody goes, you're sitting in the theater and no one laughs at the part that you knew killed and you're like, like
And you can't go back.
And you can't go back.
Well, we can immediately fix things. Yeah.
Fix it, or we make a note to make it better. Because we know when we do it again, we're going to make it better. And man, don't you wish all of life was like that?
Oh, no kidding. It's almost like we have these constant mulligans.
Beautifully said, Kay. Beautifully said. I went out with Jace on Father's Day, my husband, and he was like, I just want to hit golf balls. I was like, I'll ride with you because I don't play golf. I'm a tennis player and a pickleball player now. So I was like, I'll go with you. And then he's like, babe, why don't you get out and putt with me? And I did. And I think I got 2 in the hole, like on a practice green. And he goes, you just got to do this and got to do this. I said, this move's too slow for me. Like, I'm a comic.
Yeah.
I need instant gratification. I'm a tennis player. I like to move. And he's a musician. He can work with it.
Yeah.
He can get it where it needs to go. He can put it away and come back. I'm like, nah. I need to know now. What are we doing? I found that very interesting. I was like, oh, golf's not for me. Quickly, I learned this.
I played some golf. I played when I finished my eligibility in basketball. I had one more semester before I could graduate. I had to do my student teaching, and like I was going to use that. but anyway, so to finish out my scholarship, they put me on the golf team because I had to go that extra semester.
Oh.
And Someone came to my show here in Chattanooga the other night, and she came up to me afterwards and said, "We played golf together at UTC." And I said, "You played golf?" I did not.
I did not. I was more of a morale booster.
Yeah, no, I know I wasn't even that, because I'm that person that you see that when they screw up, go throwing their clubs in the lake. So
No.
I get so angry, and because I feel like I should be able to do that, and then when I hit terrible shots, I mean, I think I'm probably the only person. I don't know. I would wager a guess that I'm the only person that has ever teed off in front of the water hazard and still hit it in it. I mean, I fouled one back.
Okay, I would probably do that. I'd probably do that because I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. I don't know how people. It's a patience thing, and like you just said, you throw clubs. For me, I just get aggravated and just go. I don't. Why are we even doing this? Like I just get aggravated with. I feel like there's better things to do with our time, and
Yeah.
Chase is like, this is it. Like, I think we should. I'm like, oh, thank God he just wanted to hit balls. He goes, maybe I should go out and hit a couple holes. I was like, if you feel like you need to, because it was Father's Day. But I was like, this
See,
is not
I
my-
played softball from the time I mean, starting on t-ball and then softball and then fast pitch, and I mean that was 20 years of my life, and so a good golfer does not mix well. I mean, I know some people can do it, and you'll see baseball players playing golf and all that, but they got to be very disciplined and to keep their head down, because I was the leadoff batter, and I batted left-handed. So every time I got up to bat, my whole purpose was to hit it down third baseline, beat it out if there was nobody on base. And so I pull my head out because I'm already running when I make contact with the ball. So when I try to golf, it's so in. That's how I was able to foul it back into the water hazard, because I cannot keep my head down. So I said the other day, maybe I should go back and try golf again. Since I broke my neck, I'd have to keep my head down.
You're like, who knew? I've gone pro.
Yeah. I was so bad.
That also makes sense because I follow through like a tennis player. So I turn my whole body, so I tend to over rotate.
See,
And
that's
I'm shanking far right, real far right. So I was like, get me out of here. Y'all didn't know you were coming to an ESPNW
No, isn't that true?
episode of.
what I know so far is I don't need to be playing golf. There you
Yeah,
go.
what I know so far is I will not do it again. It's not for me. Like putt was a precursor of all I could handle. Very quick, and I don't even like a putt. I like a fast moving game.
Well, I did one time get a hole in one.
Did you really?
Did. I just took a very easy stroke, and that ball, it dropped out of the rhino's ass, went right in the hole. I mean, it was it was putt.
Oh gosh, I was like, really, Kay? That's just.
I was reeling you in on that.
No, you guys, I'm the most gullible. People always look for somebody as smart as you. You can get me to believe. I did believe in Santa Claus till I was 13 years old. So if that tells y'all anything, there's something I want to believe in, and I know Karen's an amazing athlete, so I was like, she did.
No.
Yeah.
No, I
Okay.
did not.
Fair enough. Now I know. Now I know better. It's also extremely hot here in Southern California, in case you're wondering.
Is it? Mm-hmm. But you don't have the humidity we have, but it's still
We do
hot.
not. That is for sure. I'm even wearing a pair of. You can't if you're not watching on YouTube. I'm wearing short overalls today, y'all. A pair of short overalls, and I'm here for it. Ooh. In our ADD, what I know so far is your family, so I've got to share with you something that I'm doing that y'all need. My cousin Julianne sent me this book to listen to, and I'd never heard of the author. Send it to me on Spotify. If you have Spotify Premium, the book comes free, so we love that. And I can put it in the show notes so y'all don't have to remember this. But it's a book called The Deep Magic of Daily Consistency, a life-changing way to set your greatness free. Y'all, this book is so good. I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I've never heard of this author, even though he's a New York Times best-selling author. Forgive me if y'all know who he is. I felt totally nerdy that I didn't. His name's Robin Sharma. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, this book, he's written another book called The 5 a.m. Club. A lot of people may follow that or have read that. And then he had I think his first book was called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. I think I got that title right. He started out as a litigation attorney and then decided that wasn't for him and is now an author and a keynote speaker. But this book is so good. And I say all the time, and he's not technically a personal development, but he is, I guess, if that's what you'd say this fell under. I love the way he frames things, and it's not, I always say in anything that's personal development, it's not that somebody's saying something that's so mind-blowing you've never heard it before. Like, of course, consistency is everything.
Right.
I mean, like, full stop, thank you. You don't have to read the whole book, right? But I think when people start framing things for you in ways that, for whatever reason, you're receiving it at that moment, that's what this book does a really good job of. And the audiobook, I think the whole audiobook's 4 hours total. So that's a fast read or an easy drive or whatever, and he's easy to listen to. So I'll leave that in the notes, but I was going to send that to you, Kay, so I didn't want to gatekeep that. And since I have such good ADHD, I have to say it right now or it'd been lost forever, everybody.
And what's the title of it again?
It is called The Deep Magic of Daily Consistency. That's the big title. I'll show it on the screen if you're looking. And then it says, A Life-Changing Way to Set Your Greatness Free.
Yeah,
Because
I need to read that.
I'm telling you, here's the thing too. If this is like, not that I'm revealing anything in this book, but he does, because it's his newest book. He's got 3 books. This is the latest, and he does make a really great point about scrolling our lives away. Like where we get distracted, and that even social media was created. The people that created all the apps that we're on all the time, they went and studied gambling and casinos, and they're set up literally like slot machines. They're literally set up with an addictive ability. And I was sitting there having to have a personal come to Jesus with myself, because as Karen and I in our lives know, it's partly our business to have to be aware of social media. It isn't, I'm not saying to be on it all the time, but definitely be aware. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's this fine line. And yes, I have the limits and alerts set to, like, you've been on for 2 hours. Like I have all that set on social media, and I have timers on my phone to say, put your phone down, like physically just put your phone down. And that will make me either go work from a laptop or realize, oh my gosh, I've been on the phone too long. But he makes a really good point about how many things we have now in our lives that are distractions that are keeping us from our greatness and our purpose. And I have been in the trenches of absorbing this book. So I say, if y'all get a chance, add it to your queue.
I need to add it to mine, that's for sure, because I doom scroll sometimes. And I don't every day, but sometimes I lose too much time. I could have done something so much more productive, and I'm just like, what are you doing?
Oh, girl, yes.
It makes me crazy when I do it.
Yes, I'll say it before. I need to buy a Faraday bag. We've had this, the Faraday bags you can put your phones in so they don't get a signal. I need to buy a Faraday bag and be like, bye, boo. Like if I know Jace is home with me, that's fine. Because look, he'll have his phone. I know he won't. I won't get him to put one in a Faraday bag. So if something, God forbid, catastrophic went down, Jace would tell me. But I don't need to know. I've turned off all the notifications on my phone, which has been life-giving.
Wow.
Life-giving. The only notification I have on is I turn on Delta when I travel, just for, flight information, obviously. And Jace is my only emergency contact. So, like, he has a ring through. So if something really does go on in the world, he's the only number that is a ring through to me. And my Aunt Teresa, and I've told her that, so now she's very sparing when she's like, I am? I said, you are. She goes, okay, well then I won't call to tell you about this recipe. I was like, thank you. Because, she's so precious. She'll be like, I've got a 3-ingredient bread. You need to make it. I'm like, I love you. So I will say, I'm trying to get to the point now where I'm less dependent. I think I've told y'all before, I can link this too. There was an episode, I'm going to write this down so I don't forget, you guys, of Diary of a CEO. I think I told you this, Karen, with Simon Cowell on the episode. Yeah. And they asked, Stephen Bartlett asked, whose podcast it is, asked Simon so many great questions, but he said, what were the 2 things you'd tell somebody? And he said, to stop eating sugar. It'll change your life all the way around, mental focus, fog, all the things. He goes, and to not have a cell phone. And I was like, well, it would be nice to be at that level, Simon Cowell, that I have a physical person that could carry a phone. Like, like lovely that you don't have one because you have staff
Yeah,
that can carry a
right.
phone.
Anybody can come get you if there's anything you need to know.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like, I love your third world problems. I mean, privilege
Yeah.
problems there, Bubbo. But it did make me stop for a second and go, he's right. Like, gone are the days when you'd explain to somebody what a landline was. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I've tried to
Nobody even
explain.
knows.
No, they don't understand what it meant that, like, oh, you couldn't be reached. You just couldn't be reached.
And you just had to get in the car and go, and you couldn't catch up on correspondence. You couldn't ask Siri where you were going. I mean, you just took
or
off
crazy
with a
question.
map.
Yes. Last night, Jason and I were watching a documentary. I'll have to think about what it was, and it was probably a rock doc. Oh, we were watching a rock doc about George Harrison from the Beatles. And Jace is one of those people that when you're watching something, if he has a question, he instantly gets on his phone and starts looking it up, and it drives me nuts. I'm like, just be present to what we're watching. So he goes, I'm not going to get on my phone. I go, okay. But he had the remote. So every time he thought of something, he'd pause and go, hey, Alexa, what year did George Harrison die? Hey, Alexa, what was the name of the Beatles manager? Hey, Alexa. I'm like, hey, Jace, please stop and let's just watch this. Write down your questions.
Oh, me and Jace are kind of alike there.
Birds of a feather. It's okay. Look,
If I have a question,
I'm trying. This is my real goal going into this next decade of my life, but really let's just try to get through the next 6 months, everybody, is being more present, because I realize how distracted we all are with everything. Like I'll get up in the morning, I'm like, today's gonna be the best day ever. Like, I'm so excited, great things are gonna happen today. That's really how I get out of bed. I'm like Snow White. It's annoying to most. I'll look at the dogs and I'm like, you guys, it's today. Like, I'm that heifer. 100%. So I don't touch my phone, and I get up around 6. I don't touch my phone to physically look at it. I'll have it with me, but not look at it till 8 a.m. because I don't want the outside world in my way because it's just in your way now.
especially this outside world.
Oh, Lord, it's too much. It's
Oh,
too
my
much
God.
from everything. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care what it is. It's all just too much. And you have to just protect your peace to a degree of loving each other well, being kind, remembering that just how to love everybody, because that's all everybody wants. That's all everybody wants on this planet, is to love, be loved, and have peace in their life, whatever that peace looks like for you. So I'm forever like Jason's, like, you are like literally like waking up with a Care Bear, because I'm like, good morning. Like, the dogs are all joyful, and it's been so pretty here in the mornings in Southern California that we get up, I go outside, I pray, then I meditate, then I write my journal, and then I have my coffee. Of course, I fed the dogs first, or there'd be none of that peace, let me just say.
Yeah, there'll be no peace until that's done.
No peace, because I am their staff. I'm aware. So as soon as they've had their morning, I go have my morning. And it has been so beautiful sitting out, like with the sun coming up. And I
Oh,
just
that's
sit.
the best, isn't it?
Oh, I feel so grateful that we have jobs that allow that. Like, truly, I mean, it's not by mistake. I crafted this life on purpose, as did you. I've crafted a life where I get to go and just sit in such gratitude for all the things that I create, and I wish that for everybody. I mean, I know it probably sounds a little Pollyanna, but I do. I wish that even for people that maybe not agree with me or can be buttholes, it's okay. I want you to have a peaceful, magical life. I just would like you to be kind,
If they
That's
did,
all.
they wouldn't be as big of buttholes.
They wouldn't. They'd feel so much better. They'd feel so much better.
Yeah, there's so much anger.
For everybody in every which way. It's like life wasn't meant to be that way, y'all. Like, and I truly believe in my whole heart that there are more good people in this world than bad people. I truly believe people are more kind than they are icky. I just,
Yeah, the ick is just the loudest.
yeah, unfortunately, someone needs to just hit the mute button over there.
I know.
It's too
I
much.
just like for people to be kind.
You and I both. And you know, I keep wanting to save every animal on planet Earth. Poor Jace. I am on a daily basis like, we need to foster. And he's like, when you say we, it means me. I'm like, I know, I'm sorry.
that little dog you sent me. Oh my gosh.
I sent Karen this dog. You know, and very rarely, I know Karen's me and we want to save every animal on earth. But every once in a while, I'll see an animal and I'm like, it screams Karen and Christy. It's like, save me, Trish, rescue me so then you can take me to Chattanooga. And this little dog popped up in my feed and I was like, why does this remind the baby goes with your color palette. She was a beige on cream on ivory. She had these big brown eyes. She was yummy. And
She was yummy.
I'm sorry, that's dude y'all cussing and doing. You know, it wouldn't be an episode of What I Know So Far if there wasn't a dog.
That's right. He's like, are you talking about another dog?
Yeah, he's like, you're bringing somebody in. I don't need to raise another baby.
Yeah, I showed it to Christy and she's like, oh my God. I mean, that was...
It was one, I know. I know that you love them all like me, but that particular dog, this particular baby.
I mean, if it was a different time, just so crazy, busy, gone all the time, I just don't feel like I can do it right now. But
I tell Jay all the time,
that's
I'll
one
know
I
I've
would have
made it.
grabbed.
I'll know I've made it when we can have a dog nanny. When I go, hey, your nanny's here, because I don't like leaving the dogs anytime. Like, not just a dog walker. No. I want them to have some sweet, like, I'll know I've made it to a level in life when I'm like, look, Carla, your sweet dog nanny's here, you know? And the boys are like, yay, it's Carla. And then I can foster a couple babies because we have sweet Carla. I've just called her out into this world that I'm going to get Carla the dog nanny. Jason's like,
I know, and I eventually would be one of those people you see online that have, you know, donkeys running to them and goats. And I mean, I just love it all.
You, me, and Josh Wolf. Josh Wolf and I send each other miniature donkeys. And go, where are we? We need adjacent farms so you can tend to my donkey.
Yeah. And
that's where we've gotten our old age.
And who doesn't love a baby goat in pajamas? I mean,
forget it. Or a long hair, one of those Highland cows. I can't.
Oh, I know.
Give me a Highland cow fed,
I'm
bottle
going
fed.
on Monday. I'm going on Monday to the Critter Corral.
Are
and,
you?
No. And she's got all of it.
You have to send
Sandy
me.
Bagby. I'll have to take
Please.
some pictures and I'll send some.
If she's got a baby pig.
Oh, she's.
No, y'all don't need any food.
Oh, I know that you voiced the baby pig
I know,
from
sorry.
Sandy's. Yeah.
That was the most. Karen was so ahead of her time. When did we do that?
Oh. 15, 16, something like that.
So I want to say,
14,
yeah,
somewhere through
14
there.
something. Karen had me, her, and Leanne. She went and shot this. We need to put that back up.
Yeah, I need to dig it out.
It is one of the funniest things. And Karen's like, I had an idea. Would y'all do this? I said, for what? She goes, I got these pigs out the Critter Corral. And there's some, older
Potbelly
pigs.
pigs.
Potbelly pigs. They were a little bit older, wallowing in the mud, living their best life. But they had just had a baby pig. And she was spry, honey. She was on the move, that little girl. And Karen goes, would you do this? Just Leanne and I are going to do voiceovers for these.
It's going to be like menopausal pigs.
Menopausal pigs.
With those pot bellies. And then Trish doing the baby pig that had all the energy and telling us we weren't eating right. And Trish, you're hilarious in that. So is Leanne.
So you both
y'all
are.
are both.
Oh, God, when
so
Leanne
hilarious.
goes, oh, this mud. Because the pig just starts wallowing in the mud. This feels so good.
So good. Yeah.
It's one of the, Karen, you have to dig that up.
I will.
Y'all, it is one of the fun, to this day, it holds up, as they say. It holds up.
Yeah, it does. And now everybody's voicing animals.
And everybody's voicing animals. But
Yeah.
when you realize Karen had this idea in 2014 for us to voice these pigs, and I remember that she brought us the video, and I watched it, and I voiced it over in a hotel room. We were on the road.
Yep.
In one take.
Jacksonville, I think. In one take.
In one take.
And I mean, you didn't even miss a beat because it's hilarious. Every time I hear you doing it, I just die.
Sorry, y'all.
It's okay.
See, who was that? My husband, because he has a call through. My phone's on Do Not Disturb. You know, what a time to be alive. See, at least you got to know. Which also, did you know, look, other things I'm learning this week. Did you know in my ADHD that on our iPhones, we have a separate area if you go under settings for legacy contact? Do you know about this?
I do not.
Okay, everybody, listen to me. PSA, Trish Suhr, tech genius. Here we are. I'll leave you with this information before we go. In your phone, if you have an iPhone, there's a thing called a legacy contact. So if you, God forbid, untimely pass away, you're in a coma, so whatever, I don't know what it is, but just as much as all of our pictures and assets are on our phone, you can name a person to be the person that is allowed your legacy contact who has the digital assets to your phone. And if it is not, if you don't have that person, too bad, so sad, that phone stays locked. So it's a good idea to name somebody, almost like a power of attorney, right? You know what I mean? Like if you need something, you can name and you can put in there, and you can name as many people as you want, by the way. And you can go in anytime and take it off, by the way. But I think it's a really smart thing. So obviously I've named my husband, but because I think of not only everything that he would need to get into if something happened to me, but also all our pictures and videos, and just to be able to see the person that you love. And and I did not know that. And then it's if you want to Google it on your phone, just through the drop down, search legacy contact, and it'll tell you what it is and learn more before you name somebody. But it is, I think, something we all should do. And I just told my Aunt Teresa, I told my mom, she hung up on me. It's fine, love and light. I was like, Judy, you don't have anything I want. I just want to make sure if there's something you need, we can get, never mind, name somebody else, it's fine. But my aunt was like, absolutely, we're doing this. So I think it's a really smart thing for all of us to have. So it's separate from your emergency contact. You know, it's just, or it could be the same person.
But how do they get in your phone?
When you have a legacy contact, you accept it, like it sends an invitation to the person. So the person is aware, and then it's on his phone, it can see that he is my legacy contact.
But do they have their own password to get in the phone, or how do you,
I think
do you
so.
give it
I
to
think
them,
they
or how
set
does
it. Hold on, let me put in right now. Legacy oops, sorry. You guys look at me. You're learning in real time. I was really impressed by it, and I thought it was a really great thing because I think about, we couldn't get into my dad's phone when he passed away. Thank God my brother was a Navy SEAL, so he just took it to there. Let's see, legacy contact iPhone. Here we go. I'll read it for you, everyone. Here we go. A legacy contact on iPhone is a designated individual who can access your Apple account data after your death. This feature allows loved ones to access important information like photos, messages, and documents stored on the cloud. You can set this up through your iPhone settings. So if you want to Google it, it'll tell you exactly how, what data is accessible. The legacy contact can access most of your iCloud data, including photos, messages, notes, files, documents, and device backups. So, you know, it was, and I am sure there's a whole thing on here on iPhone. If you Google this information, just Google how to set it up. There is an entire video by Apple to tell you how to do it. But I think it's a really important thing, you know. So that's also super, super, super important. Look at me. I've now turned into your legal counsel. You guys doing trusts? No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. Powers of attorney.
Quite a good tip for everyone.
Well, I thought so. Sorry, see, this is what you get. You don't know what you're getting. Could it be beauty? Could it be life tips?
We don't even know what you're getting.
We don't know till it comes out of our mouths. What a time to be alive. We're going to find the good if it kills us.
Yes, we are, and it may kill us.
And it may. It may, but at least we'll go out smiling.
Yes.
That's how I feel. Kay, where are you going to be this week?
Actually, I'm going to Wilmington, North Carolina. I'll leave I'll leave tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be opening for Leanne. She's filming her next Netflix special on Saturday.
Oh, how fun. Oh, y'all are going to have a time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she's going to kill it. Let's be real. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. And I'll be in Nashville.
Good.
So if y'all want to come out this weekend, I'll put this up tomorrow so everybody can hear the pod.
When is it? When is the
I'm
the
actually
taping?
Sunday.
It's
There's
Sunday.
3 tapings.
Okay.
There's Sunday, Monday,
yeah.
and Tuesday. Is that right? Yes. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is how they're doing it. I'm doing the Sunday show. So it's June 22nd. If y'all want to come out, I would love to see you. I have no idea what I'm going to say. I should probably work on that now.
You'll be great.
I love you for your positive energy, Kay, because I literally don't know what I'm going to say. It could end up like this podcast.
Well, that's the good news. Even if it did, you could roll with it. Me, I have to be planned. And
I know. I love you so much for that. I want so badly to be as planned as Karen. I don't ever have a plan.
Nah, but you never know that you don't have a plan because you can go without missing a beat. I mean, I would fumble over everything I was saying if I didn't have a plan. So, that's a real talent of yours.
I love your heart. Thank you for saying that, because some days I think people must go, oh, my Lord, that poor girl smells burnt toast. She's going to stroke out right here on stage. Yeah, I just like it spontaneous, everybody. So if you're lucky enough to get to see Karen this weekend and Sweet Leanne Morgan, have a great time in Wilmington. I hope I see you in Nashville. You can find me at all things at Trish Suhr. Please rate and subscribe and review this podcast. It means so much to us wherever you listen to podcasts. Karen Mills, where can everybody find you on social media?
KarenMills.com, and you can just go from there because
See
all
that?
my links are there to all my socials. And next weekend, I'm going to be with the hilarious Kathleen Madigan.
Oh, my Lord, y'all. Oh, my gosh, what a time. You have got
I'm
2 big
excited.
weeks in a row.
I do.
I'm sad I'm not with y'all. Where are you going to be with Kathleen?
Charlottesville, Virginia, and then Bristol, Tennessee.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So
Y'all get out. Don't miss those shows. What a dynamic duo.
And then July, I'm like off the whole month.
I have one corporate in July, y'all. I mean, a private show. I have one private show in July, and the rest of the time, your girl's going to be Mexico and home.
Yeah, we'll be able to bank some pods.
Let's do a bunch of shows.
Yeah, we'll do some shows for sure.
Oh, y'all,
in
look what you
July.
just got. We're going to do a bunch in July.
Yeah, but it's just for the 30 years I've been in comedy, July is always the shutdown month. Everybody's on vacation. They're going and doing and with their families before school starts back. So
Yeah, and to be honest, it's like the sun is out the longest in July. So it's like the last thing I don't want to come into a comedy club. So I certainly don't expect y'all to want to come into a comedy club. You know what I mean? Like the sun's still out. Nah.
Yeah.
Or at least at my shows, the sun's still
Yeah.
out because I like to come on. Karen and I like a sensible hour. Come on, that's how we do
right.
it.
Yeah.
We love it. Well, then let's do a bunch in July. So
That sounds
y'all,
good.
let us know what you want to hear. If there's something specific you want to hear, we'd love to know it. And yeah, let's make it great. Let's make it great. Let's be kind to each other, and we'll see you super soon.
Sounds good. Love you, Trish.
Love you, Karen Mills.
Welcome to life, boy. I'm glad you're here.